Hey, I'm Camil Yazbeck. I'm Global Chief Development Officer for ACCOR, a premium mid-scale and economy brands.
Thank you for joining Breaking Travel News here at FHS in Dubai. First of all, a little bit of an update.
Thank you for having me, Justin. So, a bit of update. We have had a record-breaking year in 2023 in signings. We continue to open around one hotel per day globally. Globally, we now have 5,600 hotels. We have 840,000 keys in more than 110 countries. And we have a pipeline of around 1,200 hotels, which is more than 220,000 keys. Middle East in particular, since we're here at the FHS Dubai, we have 280 hotels, which is around 24 of our 45 plus brands. And we have in the pipeline, just in Middle East, Africa alone, 110 hotels. So historically, our key markets has always been Europe, Greater China, Pacific, and Middle East, but the key focus today continues on these key markets, but equally on Saudi Arabia, in Japan, India, and obviously the Americas. We are strengthening more and more our brands, including the key flagship brands like Pullman, Novotel, Ibis, and the key point with ACCOR is that we focus on experiential, so the guest experience with sustainability, innovative F&B, extended stay concepts, and branded residential.
And what's been the reaction so far here at the summit?
The reaction has been amazing. I mean, we are a main sponsor with FHS in Dubai, but also FHS Riyadh. The key events are, for me, a global and regional perspective. Here we connect with partners, we announce new projects, which we have, and we have one more coming tomorrow. And one of the key things is a lot of the questions were on ACCOR One Living, which is our branded residential, and which is very, very important. And in collaboration with the Bench, we are doing and hosting a branded residence forum this year, which is happening actually tomorrow afternoon.
And what's driving the growth in branded residences?
I think one of the key things in branded residences is really the return on equity for investors. So we are seeing more and more mixed use opportunities where we put a hotel brand and then we put extended stay element within the hotel brand, but also branded residential because it allows a developer or investor to get cash in advance when they sell the branded residential and reinvest into the hotel. So this is a key element for us and a key growth. This is one of the key trends happening in the market, including conversions, which is another key driver in the trends. And I would say what we call the augmented hospitality. This is a unique selling point, if you like, for ACCOR, because we do not offer only hotel brands. We offer hotel brands, extended stay, branded residential, as I said, but we also own food and beverage companies, such as Paris Society, where we can mix and match an off-the-shelf concept of food and beverage, or we create a food and beverage concept. One example is Carne in SLS Dubai. You can find it also in Hong Kong, which is a great Italian, but connected with what is needed for the local community and neighborhood. On top of it, you can add the wellness, we have entertainment, we have co-working. So all together, amalgamated, it compresses the cap rate for investors and makes the investment much more liquid for future refinancing or exit or whatever the investor wants to do. And that's why branded residential, that was a long answer, but that's why branded residential is actually an integral part of the whole augmented hospitality and the offer we give to owners.
You've just given a business masterclass, and I have to commend you on that answer.
No, thank you very much.
And from a consumer and guest perspective, why ACCOR from a resi perspective?
So very important, everything starts with what the end customer wants. So we have moved completely from a pure hotel, just standardized brands, to more of an experiential company. And when I say experiential, they talk a lot about lifestyle elements, and lifestyle have been embedded in most of our brands. So today the consumer is, if you take the millennials, they are at their 40s, they're reaching their 40s, what are they looking for? They're looking, when they book a hotel, they're looking for the gem within that local community. So they look and they do their homework to find the hotel which connects with the local neighborhood. That's why we do not build or convert hotels for us or the international traveler. We do it for the local neighborhood because we believe if the local customer comes to visit the hotel, then the international customer will. And that's why experiential is extremely important. I believe true hospitality today is where experiential is embedded at all levels, where global meets local and where tradition merges with innovation. So this is what I believe is the USP or what ACCOR is about. It's embracing that bold innovation mixed with the local heritage. So we are uniquely positioned at ACCOR to lead the hospitality industry into a future full of all this untapped potential.
And of course, all of this growth and to deliver that experiential experience,
Yes.
you need human capital, you need
Yes.
great people.
Absolutely.
How are you managing to sustain and develop your ultimate hospitality ambassadors across ACCOR?
Sure. So one of the key elements in this is, first of all, we do not call our teams staff or employees. They are called heartists. And there's a reason behind that, because heartists means they have a sense of belonging in the company, and this is what our CEO Sébastien Bazin has created. I'll give you some further examples. So when we talk about ESG, a lot of people talk about ESG and we talk about sustainability, which is the E element, very important. So from an ESG perspective, we're doing everything that needs to be done. I used to be an investor myself before in hotels, in private equity, and one of the key things is I want to have a toolbox as an owner to know what are the quick wins I have to do, what are the medium-term wins, what are the long-term wins, what I need to do for sustainability, connection. We have 1,000 hotels eco-certified. We're doing with WWF for Novotel, for the oceans, something extremely important, and Movenpick and all of that. But the second part is the S element. So the S element, the social element, is extremely important for us because when we focus on those, we have to look at the employees, our artists, the owner, the environment, the local people, etc. One example is what we've done with the Ministry of Tourism in Saudi Arabia. It's Tamayaz in Saudi Arabia, where we develop local talent. We actually created this academy to develop local talent in partnership with the Ministry of Tourism. So we have Saudis having a career in front of them to work in hospitality and work into part of the global developments that are happening in Saudi Arabia. The other one is Women in Development. So we've done a program which I hold at heart. It's a program we launched this year, which is coaching and empowering high potential women in development. So together we are creating a future where everyone thrives and where people, our artists, are actually feeling that they belong, a sense of belonging to our company, and they're doing things inspired by themselves. And our job is to help them along the way to succeed in life.
Thank you very much for sharing this with us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.